Hey guys, welcome to Bake Me Happy. For those of you that are new, my name's Megan and this is my baking channel. Today we made Ferrero Rocher Cupcakes. To start off, 12 hours before I wanted to make my cupcakes, I put 12 Ferrero Rochers in the freezer to make sure that they were completely hard for the centre of the cakes. I then made a chocolate cupcake batter. You can use a box mix or your favourite kind of cupcake batter. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. You could even make Nutella cupcakes if you had a recipe for that. And then I put the frozen Ferrero Rochers in the centre of my cupcake liners and then poured my chocolate batter over the top and made sure that the Ferrero Rochers stayed in the centre. This is really important that they're frozen, and it's something that a lot of people miss when they're making cupcakes with kind of chocolates inside, because if you don't freeze them, they're going to just melt in the oven, which they kind of do anyway, but this slows down the process. So I filled them up. Now they will rise, so don't fill them up too much just because you've got the chocolate in there, even though it does displace a lot of the cupcake batter. I then baked these in the oven for about 20 minutes. Now the mix that I was using said that I needed to bake for 35 minutes, but it was reduced because there were smaller portion sizes and the Ferrero Rochers were in the middle and I didn't want to bake those. So you may need to adjust the cooking time for your recipe. I took these out and let them cool completely, and while they were cooling I made a batch of chocolate buttercream which used 120 grams of butter, 170 grams of icing sugar and 60 grams of cocoa powder, and then a little bit of milk to taste. I used quite a bit of milk just because I like a really smooth buttercream, but it's totally up to you. Just remember that it does have to hold up a Ferrero Rocher on the top as well. So I whipped that up and let it whip for 2 minutes after I added all the ingredients to make sure that it was at its full volume. And then when my cupcakes were completely cooled, I transferred them to a wire rack to help them cool a bit quicker. And then I took them and I was about ready to ice them. So I used a really large star tip for this. You can use any kind of icing tip that you want, obviously. I just thought that this star tip gave it a bit of a nicer texture. So I did a nice mound on the centre of my cupcake, and then I placed another Ferrero Rocher on the top. So in total for this, you're going to need 24 Ferrero Rochers. And this is kind of the perfect recipe if you have all those leftover Ferrero Rochers from Christmas or because they're on sale. So once I put the Ferrero Rocher on the top, that was my finished cupcake. This recipe is so easy, but it's sure to please a crowd, and I hope that you give it a shot because I'm sure that you've seen it on Facebook or Pinterest or somewhere and you weren't really sure how they were doing it, because remember, if you don't freeze the Ferrero Rochers, you won't have a chocolate in the middle in the end. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you subscribe to see more from me every Friday. You can give this video a thumbs up and comment what else you'd like to see down below because I'd really love to hear your suggestions. My previous video and my next video are just here, and my social media is linked here and in the description box. Thanks for watching. See ya!